Hello and welcome to the latest web user vodcast. My name's Daniel Booth, I'm Deputy Editor. With me here is Ben Cam-Jones, he's our News Editor. We're here to discuss some of the latest web headlines that have made the news in the last couple of days. Now there's been nothing bigger in the last week really than confirmation that the 6 largest ISPs in the UK are going to be sending warning letters to people who download music, their customers who download illegal music regularly. Is this finally a victory for the BPI against ISPs, Ben?
Yeah, well, I think the BPI would probably certainly want to dress it up that way. I don't actually think that it really is, but what it is significant progress on the issue. What's going to happen is it's not going to be just the Virgin Media customers now that get letters through their letterbox if they are seen to be downloading music illegally. It's going to be BT, it's going to be Orange, Sky, all the big ISPs in this country. Really, it is progress, but no one has really decided or pinned down what's actually going to happen if someone is persistently using their connection to download music illegally, if they're still doing it after receiving letters. So really, the BPI still want to have people cut off. I think most of the ISPs are going to find that unacceptable. So
what will the letters actually say?
Well, the letters will inform the people that the connections are being used for illegal purposes. I mean, it could be that the person doesn't actually know that it's happening in the first place. It could be someone piggybacking onto their Wi-Fi network. It could be their child, whatever. So the letters will vary by ISP, but they will be more informative than threatening. Is what I understand, although I haven't actually seen any of them yet.
And do you think they'll dissuade a significant amount of people from downloading illegally?
Well, I think there's going to be a number of people who won't know that it's going on, and I think these are the people that it's going to affect. To be honest though, if you're downloading music illegally and you do it on a regular basis, then I don't think that it's actually going to do very much to deter you.
I mean, I imagine a parent who's perhaps slightly naive about how the web works, or about how much time, what their child does online, might be slightly perturbed to receive a letter.
Sure, yeah, I mean, and we can only guess sort of how high a proportion of illegal downloaders that is. So if you see a massive drop in levels of piracy, then we can assume that possibly it is people, children of people using the connections to do it.
And what's going to be the next step? ISPs and the BPI are going to wait to see what kind of effect these letters have, and then they're going to see whether the rates of download is going to drop, and then before making their next decision.
I mean, I think that's probably the way it's going to be. I think the BPI will probably push for the ISPs to start stamping down on it quite quickly, cutting people off. Maybe throttling bandwidth. That's another suggestion that's been mooted. I think that the ISPs will probably take a very much a wait-and-see approach, and really they're just going to have a look at the levels of piracy and see whether it's effective or not.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, another copyright saga that's been dragging on and is coming nicely to the boil at the moment is Hasbro's campaign against the online Scrabble game, Scrabulous. So what's the latest development here?
Well, Hasbro have now filed documents in a court in New York. Essentially, they've set out very clearly the accusations against Scrabulous, because they haven't actually made it very clear, even though they issued a cease and desist order, I think, at the end of last year. Now they're saying that the Agarwala brothers, who are the guys behind the Scrabulous game on Facebook, they've done things such as put meta tags on the game that say play Scrabble online, that kind of thing. So what would happen then is if you made a search, if you were looking for a Scrabble online game, you type it into a search engine, then this page would jump up. So they
sorry, just to interrupt. That's key, because they're actually piggybacking on the back of the Scrabble trademark
rather than
Scrabulous.
Yeah. So there's an awful lot in this document. We did see it. It's about 15 pages long, and an awful lot of it are the accusations actually about Scrabulous and how they're really kind of profiting from the Scrabble name, or that's how Hasbro see it. Next steps. I mean, we don't actually have a date for anything going to court. But obviously it's now very legal. It's gone beyond the cease and desist order. We spoke to Scrabulous. They don't actually want to comment, but they say they're going to have an official statement in a few days' time. So
in the long run, it's difficult to see really how Scrabulous can survive because of the sheer weight of the corporate.
Yes, I mean the thing
Hasbro.
is, it is very much a kind of David versus Goliath battle. In terms of the legal implications, well, I can't really say because I'm not a lawyer, but it does, if the allegations are proved, then I would suggest that it's probably an open and shut case.
Sure. And we're both online Scrabblers ourselves, of course, and there is now an official game on Facebook which everyone can play.
Yes, this is true. Initially, it was only open to people who were in the rest of the world other than the US and Canada. Now, players in the US and Canada have got their own game. The reason for this is because Hasbro and Mattel both jointly own the rights. Hasbro got it in the US and Canada, and Mattel's got it worldwide. So for a number of months now, we've been able to play an official version of Scrabble on Facebook, and now the guys in the US and Canada have it too.
Very slick and enjoyable it is too, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean it's a great game. I always enjoy playing the board game, always have, and it's a good representation. But it has all the the things like you can look up the words and that sort of thing. It makes it quite nice and easy, and it's far too easy to get distracted and stop doing your work.
And maybe you'll beat me one of these days.
Yeah, maybe I'll.
Okay, well that's the end of the Web User Vodcast. We'll be back again in probably about a fortnight's time with another one. In the meantime, you can buy the new Web User, which is out on sale now. We're telling you 68 fantastic ways to boost your browser, whether you use Firefox, Internet Explorer or Opera. There are 68 wonderful add-ons and superb toolbars you can use to boost your browser and make surfing far more enjoyable. Okay, well I'm Daniel Booth, and until I see you again soon, take care and bye-bye.